Hello and welcome. I'm super excited to start this prenatal yoga series. I am 8.5 months pregnant, as you can see, with my first. Because I'm going on maternity leave pretty soon, I have decided that I'm going to start this series online so that I can stay close to home while I wait for baby to arrive. That will get started. Also, you probably want 2 blocks. Or maybe just something to bring the floor closer to you. They're not required, but they will be helpful. We are just about to enter the new year of 2026. So many blessings to you on your pregnancy journey, and we'll get started here. So first things first, we're going to begin with 90-90s. So also known as windshield wipers. You'll move the knees left and right, taking the feet nice and wide, and then allowing internal and external rotation of the hips. And this is going to be helpful for delivery, as we want to have some internal rotation, which actually helps the pelvis widen. That right at the bottom there by the perineum, where the baby will come out if you are having a vaginal birth. So we want some mobility across the hips, which is what this is going to help us warm up with. And then we'll take what's called a Janu Shirshasana in Sanskrit, almost like a tree pose seated. You'll draw one leg in towards the inseam of the opposite leg. And we'll just reach over, getting a nice side body stretch on the right side body. So I've got my right leg bent, my left leg extended, and then breathing into the right side. Inhale, come back through center, and we'll exchange. Switch out the legs. So right leg will extend, left leg will come in. Right arm down right leg, left arm reaches up and over. See if you can make this arc-like shape through the left side body. Breathe into left side rib cage. We'll use the inhale to rise. And then we'll draw the soles of the feet to touch. Butterfly pose. You can have the feet a good distance away from the groin, or you can draw them closer. You can stay lifted upright, or you can begin to bend forward, fold forward. But if you are folding forward, make sure the collarbones stay nice and wide. You might even use the elbows if you're down this low to press into the thighs and open through the hips a little more. And all of this practice is meant to make you feel good. So as we go through, if something isn't feeling good in your body, you're welcome to go back to the previous pose we did, or to take a child's pose, which I'll demo here in just a moment. Another alternative is just to sit elevated on the hips, or sit with the hips elevated, so that you can find a comfortable position there as you wait till we move on to the next posture. Breathing nice and deep, belly breaths as you draw the breath in, letting the belly inflate. And then exhale, releasing. 2 more like that. Last time, mouth will be closed on the exhale. Inhale to lift the heart. If you were lowered, take the hands to the outside edges of the knees, draw them together. And we'll take the knees over to one side. I'm just going to demo child's pose, as I mentioned. So for me, I like to have the blocks for child's pose. so that I can have a little elevation. I take the knees nice and wide so I have plenty of room for my belly. My toes come to touch, my hips reach towards my heels, and my arms come towards the blocks. I can stay like this. I can bring the forehead to the back of my hands. Maybe even forehead all the way to the mat. So that is one option for rest. The other option for rest is to have the block. I like the mid setting as I take this squat. This is a really nice supported way to sit and pause. Alternatively, you can cross the legs. I like the block a little lower for that. So those are some resting options as we move through this practice. Moving on to all fours. Take the knees underneath the hips, the hands underneath the shoulders. If you're suffering from carpal tunnel like I am, sometimes I prefer to have the elbows lowered when I'm in all fours, all the blocks. So take some pelvic tilt. Sort of like cat-cow, but just on the inhale, we're letting the belly drop without arching in any extreme way. And on the exhale, we're drawing the belly in. Okay, so we'll take the right leg back, and I'm tucking the right toes under as I rock forward and back. Remember, this can be done from elbows or up to hands. I'm going to lift the right leg, roll the ankle one direction, the other direction. I'm going to step the foot outside the left hip and gaze over left hip, over left shoulder. And then draw that right knee back in. I'm going to come back towards elbows because my carpal. You can step the left leg back and rock forward and back a few times, getting a little stretch across the calf, the foot, and then lift that leg. Take this ankle with the circles one direction, the other direction. Then I'm going to step that left foot outside right hip, gaze over right shoulder. Okay, coming back to all fours. I'm going to take, actually leave the blocks here. I'm going to take my hands in front of me and my right leg out to the right. In this pose, my left knee's under me. I'm just going to take rock backs forward and back. That left foot, the toes can be tucked under or they can be flat. Keep pressing through the knife edge of the right foot as you breathe in and out, rocking forward and back. Back in. Reach the palms high as we kneel on left leg. And take right hand towards right leg, side body stretch left side body. You can even take right hand to your belly for support. Relax left shoulder away from the ear. And each exhale, hug your baby in. Each inhale, broaden through the chest. Okay, we'll sweep the palms down in front of us again. Draw that right knee in, switch sides, the left leg extends. We'll start with those rocks forward and back. Okay, walk the hands in, come up towards your gate pose. Left hand towards left leg, right arm reaches up and over. Maybe the left arm stays down on the leg, or maybe it draws in towards the belly. Okay, we're gonna let that go. Hands back towards the mat. Come back towards our neutral tabletop. We'll take some cat-cows here. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the hips. Exhale, round the spine, make space between the shoulder blades. Just 3 more. Hip circles like we're stirring a pot. One direction, hips go towards heels, over to the right, forward, over to the left, and back again. And then we'll switch. Hips go to the left, forward, to the right, back towards the heels, and we start again. Okay, once that feels even, we're going to take these modified threaded needles. So for the modification, you're going to take the left hand to the back of the head, bend through the left elbow, lift through the left elbow as you inhale, and exhale, draw elbow towards right forearm. Inhale, and exhale. Last time, inhale, and exhale. Let that go. We'll switch sides. So right hand to the back of the head, bend right elbow, lift right elbow, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Okay, we're gonna let that go. We're gonna come off the wrists. You can shake it out. Okay. Next, we're going to draw the right foot forward. You can draw the belly in. It can be nice to have extra padding under the knee, especially if you have the extra weight in your third trimester, second or third trimester. We're going to take a few lunges forward and back. Then you can stay with hands at the belly, hands to the right knee, interlace or reach the palms high. Inhale. Three nice smooth breaths here. Focusing on your breath, the inhales and the exhales. Okay, hands come to the blocks. You have them, and we'll begin to work that right leg towards straight. Maybe you flex. I'll show you. You can flex my toes towards my face. I might move the blocks forward. I might move them back, depending on what I need today. Today I feel like folding forward a little deeper. I'm going to bend that right knee now. I'm going to tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee. Big movement here. I'm going to step the left leg forward. I'm going to take my feet nice and wide as my mat.
Bend my knees gently as I fold forward. Release the head and neck. Sometimes this is too much. If the belly gets bigger, you might bring the elbows to the blocks on their high setting for support. Okay, when you're ready, hands come to the blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands towards hips as you exhale, lift all the way up.
From here, we're going to take an inhale, upward reaching mountain. And exhale, hands come to heart. And take a moment, you can set your intention here. If you prefer, you can bring one hand to the heart, one hand to your baby. Now you could set an intention, which could be a goal, a quality of being you wish to possess, a phrase, a vision, an image. Or you could simply send love to your baby here. My dog's having a dream, if you can hear the little squeaks. When you're ready, inhale, reach the palms high. Take the feet nice and wide as you exhale, fold. I'm going to use the blocks again. Inhale as I halfway lift. And then I'm going to step the right foot back, right knee to the mat. Starting first with those lunges, hands can stay to belly. This is the left knee forward this time. Just take a few rocks forward and back. You notice a lot of rocking motion in these sequences because it's really helpful not only for, not holding the pose too long when we have all this relaxing going through our bodies, which make our joints and our muscles much looser, but also because we rock a lot during labor to support us through contractions, or in hypnobreathing what we call surges. Okay, so I can pause here, and hands interlace to my knee, or I can reach palms high. Relaxing shoulders away from the ears. Feeling the stability of the left foot as it grounds into the earth, and the top of the right foot as it grounds into the mat. And then hands can come to blocks as I transition into my half split toes to lengthen through the hamstring. I'm going to flex the left toes towards my face, towards my left knee. I'm going to lift through my chest, draw the collarbones nice and wide, shoulders down and towards one another along my back. And breathe. On the next inhale, rebend left knee. We're going to tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee off the mat, step the left foot back, come down towards the knees. This is going to be in my modification for vinyasa. You're welcome to take it. It's a little bit of a strengthening vinyasa, but we won't be going all the way to the belly, of course. So with my hands on the blocks, I'm gonna inhale, lift my heart up for cow. Exhale, bend the elbows in as I take a half push-up, then press up, tuck the toes under, and find downward facing dog here. Hips nice and high. I have my palm so that the very edge of my palm is pressing into the edge of the block, and that just helps with my carpal tunnel a little bit less pressure along the wrist, but I still have the stability that I need. So take another breath in. And then we're going to bend through the knees, walk the feet forward towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to rise. Exhale, palms to heart. Take a moment in mountain pose. Feel your feet nice and strong. Feel them rooting into the earth, into the nourishment and support of Pachamama as you breathe. Always welcome to bring one hand to belly, one hand to heart. And just taking a moment for yourself here. Sending yourself gratitude for being here right now, for taking this time. Okay, we're gonna move into warrior one. So I'm gonna move the blocks forward so they're out of my way. Right foot will step forward first. Left foot is back. You see the left sole of my foot is at a 45-degree angle. I haven't taken too big of a step. I'm taking my legs nice and wide, not only for space for the belly, but for stability's purposes. So left foot steps out to the left, right foot out to the right, almost taking up the width of my mat here. And my hands can come towards my belly, or I can reach them to the sky. Relaxing the shoulders, feel the stability of the back foot as you press left knife edge into the mat. Right foot, all toes spread. Feeling the stability coming into a nice balanced stance here. One more breath. Then I'm gonna draw my hands forward. On the inhale, I'm gonna reach my palms back, open through the heart, open through the throat. On the exhale, I'm gonna round as I draw the backs of my hands together, maybe drop my chin towards my chest. And this can be a little destabilizing for balance, so if it's too much, you might just stay with a smaller movement. Inhale, and exhale. Last time, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, hands down by your sides. And we're gonna move into warrior two. So for warrior two, I'm gonna step my left foot more towards center, my right foot more towards center. My hips are now facing the long edge of my mat. My foot is coming more, the knife edge of my left foot, my back foot is coming more parallel with the short edge of my back of my mat. Now my hands can be in my belly, or they can reach out long. Nice deep bend in this right knee. But don't have, maybe if you're a yoga practitioner, you might not have as long a stance as you normally do before pregnancy. Okay, we're gonna take some movement here before we settle. So as you inhale, straighten through right leg as you reach palms overhead. And then exhale as you open into warrior two. Alternatively, hands to belly. Inhale as you straighten right leg. Exhale as you bend right knee. You choose. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Now we settle. Feel your strength and your power. Left hand to left leg as you reach. Inhale, right palm high, reverse warrior. Begin to straighten that right leg as you lengthen reverse triangle. Exhale, reach that right palm forward. And then I'm gonna grab hold of my block for triangle pose. My block can be on the inside of my right foot on the high setting, and my left hand comes high. If you need extra balance support, you're gonna look down at your right toes. Draw right shoulder back, left shoulder stacking over right as best you can. This is too much, top arm can come to the belly. A couple more breaths. Now, top arm comes to belly. If it's not there already, bend through right knee. Come up, warrior two. Okay, we're gonna move to the second side. So we're gonna have the block out of the way. Inhale, star pose. I'm gonna parallel the feet, reach the palms high. Exhale, we're moving to the second side. So adjust yourself, take one block over with you so you have it handy. We're gonna step the right foot out to the right, left foot out to the left, preparing for warrior one, second side. Okay, so remember, hands can stay at belly. We're at a 45-degree angle with the right foot, knife edge pressing into the earth. Nice wide stance, hands to belly or hands to the sky. And then we'll take that movement. Hands come forward, then inhale as you open through the heart. Maybe a small lean back. Exhale as you come forward like a cat pose, and you take backs of hands towards one another, maybe chin towards chest. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, round. A few more like that in your own breath pace. Last round, inhale. And exhale. Inhaling, palms back up towards the sky, and hands towards belly. We move towards warrior two, so walking the feet towards center, maybe a wider stance than you had with your warrior one. Hips are more pointing forward towards the long edge of your mat. Knife edge of back foot is more in line with the short edge of the mat. Hands can stay to belly or hands can reach up. Nice deep bend in that left knee. And we'll take some movement. Inhale as you straighten left leg as you reach palms high, or again, hands can stay at belly. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, warrior two. Two more. Last one. Then we'll pause, take a moment. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Then begin to straighten left leg, reverse triangle. As you exhale, send left palm forward for triangle pose. Left hand to the block on the inside of left foot. Right hand to the sky or right hand to hip or belly. And gaze can be up with the thumb if you're feeling very balanced and stable. If you need extra balance support, you look down at your left hand and foot. On the next inhale, begin to bend left knee, rise up into your warrior two. Then we'll parallel the feet for star. Take a nice big inhale. A little different this time. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Maybe hands underneath the block. Hands to the block as you inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale to fold again. I like to bring my elbows to the block as I fold. Okay, on the next inhale, hands to block, halfway lift. Okay, heels slightly in, toes slightly out. We'll bend through the knees. You can bend one knee and straighten the other opposite leg. Again, more hip movement, more hip flexibility. And then feet parallel. Hands come towards hips as you inhale, rise. We're gonna bring hands towards center. Again, toes out, heels in, goddess pose. Hands can come to your belly. You might sway and rock with the belly, with the breath. Maybe eyes stay open and focus on a non-moving point, or maybe eyes close. sending your baby some love, sending your body some gratitude for everything it's doing. Okay, when you're ready, inhale, star pose. And then exhale, we're gonna just step back, foot forward. And if you want, you can just do smaller steps towards center, hands to heart, take a moment. Okay, from here, we'll take a sun salutation. I brought my blocks to the front edge of my mat for support. Inhale, reach the palms high. Upward reaching mountain. Exhale, palms to heart center. Forward hold, fold. And take my feet nice and wide. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We'll take that vinyasa. I like the blocks on their low setting for my hands. Set my knees to tabletop pose. Inhale, take that cow shape, lift heart and hips. Exhale, lower halfway, push up. Inhale, press up. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna walk the feet back up. Have the feet nice and wide, toes pointing out. Malasana yogi squat. Now we can have the block, I'll face you. Have the block underneath the hips here for support. We could move the block out of the way. We could roll the mat so that we have support if the heels are lifted. So if my heels were lifted, I might grab the edge of my mat, roll it up, and place my heels on that. Take a few breaths. Hands can be at heart. They can come to the mat for stability. Okay, hands come to heart center. Or actually, hands come to mat, and we're going to begin to straighten the legs as you fold forward. Take one more ragdoll pose, bend the knees nice and deep. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're coming down towards our knees once again. Come to your seat. Okay, this time we'll take the legs nice and wide. We'll inhale, halfway lift the chest, and exhale, fold. Any amount, maybe you stay lifted, maybe the blocks come out in front of you. Adjusting as you need. And take a few breaths. And allowing these moments to pause, noticing where the mind goes. And see if you can come back to sensation, back to sending love and gratitude to your body, your baby. And if you really want to focus the mind and the breath, the body sensations isn't enough, you could use a mantra. Come up on an inhale. Just like we did in the beginning of class, we're going to take that Janu Shirshasana, but a little bit different this time. So right sole of foot to the inseam of the left leg, just like tree pose. Instead of the side body bend, we're going to fold forward any amount over that extended left leg. So the mantra we can use as you inhale, I am, and as you exhale, here. I am here. As you inhale, begin to lift the chest, We'll move the blocks out of the way. Right hand behind me. I'm going to take a stargazer pose. So you might want to watch first and then see if it feels okay in your body. My stargazer, I'm going to lift through the hips, open through the throat. Okay, then I exhale my seat back down. I'm going to step my foot to the inside of the leg, but I'm going to keep that knee bent. And I'm going to twist towards the extended leg. You always want to do open twists in pregnancy, never closed twists. And then we'll switch. I'm going to extend the right leg, draw the sole of the left foot in, bring my blocks over with me. Take an inhale as I lift my heart. And exhale. I am here. On the next inhale, begin to rise. We'll take that stargazer. So left hand comes behind the hips, right hand to the belly as I lift up, inhale. Exhale, release. Taking that twist. I'm gonna face you though. So I have the sole of the left foot to the inseam of the right leg, but on the mat. My left arm goes inside my left leg, my right arm reaches back. Okay, inhale back through center. We're gonna take a seated half happy baby. So I'm gonna keep the left foot in like it is. And my right foot, I'm gonna bring my left hand to my right foot, my right hand to my right knee. And I might just take this motion, this rocking motion. Alternatively, I can bring my right hand to the outside knife edge of my right foot and start to find more of this hip opening. I'm still keeping my chest nice and broad, so notice if you're hunching forward, we want to make sure we rock the pelvis forward so we have length through the spine. And choosing your variation for a couple breaths. One last breath here. And then gently release the right foot. We'll take it to the other side. Taking it to the second side, so right sole of the foot comes in, left knee bends. We can take right hand to the sole of the left foot, left elbow around the left knee as we grab for left shin with left hand. We could rock. If that feels okay and you're ready for a little bit more, you might take left hand to the knife edge of left foot to take more of this power happy baby. Make sure you lift through the chest and breathe freely. Just a couple more breaths here. Go ahead and release that. We'll take a supported heart opener as our constructive rest, Shavasana.
If you didn't have the blocks, I'll give you another option. For Shavasana, with the blocks, you're going to bring one on the low setting, one on the mid setting, one on the high setting. This will be right about, this lower block will be right about rostrum height. And then the head will rest on the higher block. Arms out by the side, legs out wide. You might take a blanket here to cover yourself if it's chilly. If you don't have the blocks, we're gonna just come onto one side, preferably the left side. So you'll bring the blocks out of the way if you don't want to use the blocks. If you are gonna come onto your side, come onto your left side. The left arm underneath left ear like a pillow, and the left hand onto the belly or onto the hip. Another nice option with the blocks is if you want to extend the bottom leg. And bring the top knee onto that block. We'll just be here for several breaths, relaxing the body. Taking this time simply to receive. Allowing yourself a few moments of non-doing. If you have the luxury of time, I invite you to stay for at least 5 more minutes in constructive rest. You can continue to use the mantra, I am, on the inhale, and here on the exhale. Taking this time to connect with your baby, and take a moment out of your day for pause. Thank you so much for joining for this first of the prenatal series. My name is Andrea, and it's been so lovely to guide you